We are here to use the power of community and togetherness to increase awareness and raise funds for Friedreich's ataxia. First, I am very honored to welcome Dr. Joel Gottesfeld.
It affects about 1 in 40 to 1 in 50,000 individuals. When I got this paper to review from an eminent scientist, I realized where my lab could make a contribution. So there are now certainly more than 20 pharmaceutical companies interested in developing therapeutics for Friedreich's. There's a laboratory at the University of Indiana, and they've actually shown in a mouse model for Friedreich's that it prevents the heart disease seen in this mouse model. So what my laboratory has looked at is a class of molecules well known to turn genes on. And we found that the molecule was both safe and did increase frataxin in 19 out of 20 patients. A molecule that was developed by BioMarin is now going to be taken into what is known as IND-enabling studies, and hopefully they will have the data by sometime next year.
I have a different story than Blood. Truth is, all 15,000 FA patients have a different story. Friedreich's ataxia came into my life at the age of 22. My career was set in working in fan relations and sales. I don't think that being diagnosed with FA is something that should stop your dreams. However, my realistic and sensible side knew that I wouldn't be able to hold my job as effectively as I was training for in college. The day I was diagnosed was extremely hard to deal with. It was frustrating, it was sad, it was devastating, it was maddening, it was a sense of relief, and it was probably the scariest day of my life. Being told that I would be wheelchair bound in a matter of years, and being told I would need to struggle to live and becoming dependent on someone else to take care of me, and being told I was going to die before I even reached the average retirement age left me numb. But what got to me most is that there was no answer. There was no medicine I could take to make it better, and there is no cure or set treatment. Thanks to Farah, amazing family and friends, and doctors like Dr. G, who see the importance and need to find a cure for something so devastating and contribute everything to help find an answer. It's events like this one today with FAMovement that will give us momentum in raising awareness, which will lead to raising funds, which will lead to more scientific research, which will lead to possibly finding a cure. Remember, together we will cure it.
Now I want to introduce to all of you our founder, Vlad Arian.
I was diagnosed with Friedreich's ataxia when I was 9 years old. And since then, I've been forced to learn to adjust to every single situation. For example, I have always loved basketball. Eventually, I couldn't play anymore, so I became a coach. By the time I was 18 years old, I was no longer able to stand, but I adjusted. Last year, my cousin and I wrote a letter to the Dream Foundation. My dream was to meet Ellen, to tell her about the disease and the work that Farah is doing. I love Ellen and her positive attitude towards everything. What I did not know at the time was a person has to be in their last year of life. I asked my doctor what my life expectancy would be. My doctor wrote back to me stating I have 84 months left to live, and this statement hit me. I was shocked and sad, but then I realized my fate doesn't have to follow an arbitrary statistic. So I decided to call BS. I became an ambassador for Friedreich's Ataxia Research Alliance and started FAMovement. With your support, we can raise awareness, pave the path for research, and hopefully slow the progression to eventually find a cure.
I'm just seeing there's a lot of love in this room, a lot of people showing support, and you see the family and the friends and the medical people. And so this I dedicate to all of you. To ask you for what you want, I try to build a bill. If you got a friend in me, you always will. You got a friend